Welcome back to Master the PLC Programming. Myself is Nitin from AutoSys, and in this session we are going to develop the one simple logic for traffic control by using a beat and timer instruction. So basically what logic we are going to develop, there will be three outputs, three light, green light, yellow light and red light. Green light should be on for 30 seconds, yellow for 10 seconds and the red for 20 seconds. So that means we require three output, one for green, yellow and the red. Okay, and we require three timer. Just I'm giving the name timer green. You can give any name, timer yellow and the timer red. This we are going to create in PLC. Just to start the sequence, we are going to use a start push button, stop push button. Okay, we will use one start sequence. Okay, so here now we are going to create the tags in PLC. So from Excel sheet you can directly copy paste tag numbers in the PLC tags. Okay, so instead of this actual IO's address, we are using the memory address because we are going to use the simulator for this program. So now these are the like green, yellow, red. This will be my three outputs. There will be a two input, start and stop. See, it is now taking automatically the next address. This I want just for latching purpose. Start sequence. Okay, timer we will create while doing the programming itself. Okay, now we have to create the first logic to start the sequence. To start the sequence, okay, once the start push button is on, we have to start the sequence. Unless and until somebody pushes the stop button, this sequence should be continue running. So how to develop that logic? Now see, start. I have used the NC contact of the start, sorry, NO contact of the start, and for the stop, NC contact is used. Always remember to have the start action, you have to use the same contact type. If it is in the field, it is NC contact, then you have to use NC here. If it is in the field, it's NO contact, then you have to use the NO contact. Okay, the same for a start, but for the stop it should be opposite. In the field, if it is a NO contact in actual connections of the push button, then you have to use the NC contact here. If it is NC contact the field, then you have to use the NO contact. So now this start and stop both are push button, so we have to latch the output. How to latch the output? Now why we have to latch the output? Because when you press the start push button, this will be closed, this is always closed, so your start sequence will be on, and if you release the start push button, then this will be off, so this will be off. So somebody has to hold these, somebody has to latch this value. So how to latch this? So just use the output address across the this start. So when this you release the start push button, the circuit will be completed in this way, because when you press the start push button, this will be on, and this contact or this same memory address has been used here, so the circuit will be complete in this way. So this start and this start sequence, they are in a OR gate. Unless and until somebody push the stop push button, this will remain OR. Okay, now we are going to develop the logic for the traffic light. So we're going to use the start sequence here. Once the start sequence is on, then first thing what we have to do, we have to turn on the green light for 30 seconds. So we need one timer. Just click on the timer in operations. We're going to use the T on timer. See, there are different timer options here, TP, T on, T off, but now for we're just going to use the T on delay timer. There is off delay timer also, but we're not going to use off delay timer. See, now I'm giving the name to timer green. So this timer will be run for 30 seconds. See, T hash 30 seconds, that means it will run for 30 seconds. If T hash 30 ms, that means it will run for 30 milliseconds. Okay, so when this input is on, means when this start sequence is on, this timer will run for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the output of this, that Q output will be turned on. Okay, but what we want to make our output, that is green light, on for the 30 seconds. So here is our green light. Okay, now we will use NC contact, because this timer will run for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, this Q bit is going to turn on. So if we use the NC contact of this Q bit, that means this NC contact will be remain on for 30 seconds. Once this Q bit is turned on, this will be changed to off. So timer green, Q is output. So this we are using the NC contact of this timer. Okay, now so after 30 seconds, this output, Q output, will remain on. So what is next? We have to turn on the yellow light, and this green light will be remains on for 30 seconds only. After 30 seconds, this is going to turn on. So this is going to turn off. When this is off, green light will be turned off. Okay, so next one, once this 30-second green timer is off, timer has finished the timing value, means after 30 seconds we have to turn on the another timer, that is for the yellow light. So here we are going to use timer yellow. Okay, and this timer has to be on for 10 seconds. Okay, now when this timer has to start, after the green light, means after the green light is turned off, or when this timer has the finishing counting, then we have to start this timer. That means we can use the NC contact of this green timer green. Okay, now we have to turn on the yellow light. So yellow light, this has to be on for 10 seconds. That means after 10 seconds, this output will be turned on. So simply we can use the NC contact of the timer yellow. Timer yellow is output. What happened? After 30 seconds, this will be remain on, and then it will start counting. So after 10 seconds, this will be on. So your yellow light will be turned on only for 10 seconds. Okay, after this, what is the next? You have to turn on the red light. When you want to turn on the red light, after the yellow light turns off. When the yellow light will turn off, that is after 10 seconds. So timer yellow dot Q. So then we have to start the another timer for the red light. Timer read. Actually, this timer actually I already created, so that's why it is when I start creating the new timer, it is taking these values. You can give the any number or any name to this timer. So now my this timer should run for 20 seconds. Okay. So then after 20 seconds, the red light should turn off. The same logic what we have used for the green and yellow, same logic will be used for the red light. Will we use NC contact of this timer red. Timer red, we're going to use the NC contact. Okay, so how it will work, once somebody has pushed the start button, this start sequence will start. When this is high, this timer will run for 10-30 seconds and this output will remain on. Okay, so we have used the NC contact of this Q, that means green light will be turned on for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds the green light will be turned off. Okay, and this output will remain on, that means this will be the on. Then this yellow light timer will start counting, this will remain on for 10 seconds, and we have used the NC contact, so this will be on for 10 seconds. And here we have used the NO contact, so this will be on, this will be also on. Then this timer will run for 20 seconds. Okay, so one cycle is completed, but what after the 20 seconds of this red light? Then we have to again start this timer. So you can reset this timer, or you can make the input of this timer to logic 0. How we can do that? This you have to just use the NC contact of this timer red, timer red. Why we are using the NC contact? Because when earlier all these timers are off, this will be also off. When this timer is on after 20 seconds, completing of this 20 seconds, this will turn on. So this will be NC contact will goes down. So this will be a 0. If it is 0, then this timer will be output will be 0. So when this output will be 0, this will be also 0. So this timer will reset actually. When the input is goes down, this timer will goes down. Okay, so this will turn off. This will be also turn off, because here this NO contact will be turn off. This red timer red will be turn off. Okay, now I am just going to download this logic in PLC. We are using a simulator. So it has been downloaded to PLC. I am just starting the simulator. Yeah, simulator is started. It's in the run. So we'll go online. Okay, now see, all this timer they are not running because start sequence is not turned on. Okay, now I'm making this start push button on. Okay, just I'm releasing this off. Now this circuit has been completed in this way. Okay, now first timer is started, so this output is not available. That's why we use the NC contact of this output of the timer. So that's why green light is on. So how long this green light will be on? For 30 seconds only, because after 30 seconds this will turn on. When this is turn on, this bit will be turn off. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, now see, this turn off, green light is turn off. Now what happened? Next timer is started. This is on, so this timer is started. It's second, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, so now yellow light is turn off. Now see, now this both the timer, this timer green and yellow, both are finished their timing value. So that's why their both output is on. That's why this now this is counting, red timer is counting. So once this will, and we use the NC contact for all this output, green light, yellow light. Okay, now what happens? See, now this timing has been finished, so this is again resetted, because this will be reset will be very for only one scan cycle. When this is on, this will be off. When this is off, this timer is resetted, then that means this output will turn off, all this timer will be resetted, and then again it will start counting. Now 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So green light is turned off. Now this yellow light will turn on for the 10 seconds only. 8, 9, 10. Now a red light is on. Okay, so this is keep on continuing. Now if somebody press the stop button, okay, then this start sequence will turn off, everything will be turned down. Again if somebody press the start button, then this is again stop button has to be released. Yeah, so now again the sequence is continuing. So in this session we have used the timer and N1NC. So when to use the N1NC, that is very interesting, and this you will come to know after a lot of practice. And remember that for a stop action, use the NO contact if you are using NC contact in the field, and if you are using NC contact in the field, we have to use the NC contact in the programming. So yeah, here, and how to reset this timer, just you have to use the output of that timer, or you have to reset the input, or you have to make the input low, then timer will be automatically resetted to a 0. I hope you all like this video, and thanks for watching this video.